ability to have the most recent updated information at the tactical edge, where there's no or intermittent network connectivity, can save lives or can cause a loss of a battalion. Andy Patel with Jasper Solutions is going to talk to us about enabling the tactical edge through DevSecOps in a box. That's where they've created a capability to enable operations at the tactical edge and give the ability to modify any application to fit an environment.
Hey everyone, this is Andy Patel from Jasper Solutions. Hope everybody's doing well. How familiar are you guys with mission requirements and field operations support? Supporting of our warfighters, sailors, airmen, and Marine personnel at the tactical edge takes a slightly different approach, right, than your traditional applications and what you guys do today while working with customers. Today, I'm here to talk about really the tactical edge in a box using DevSecOps and multi-cloud capability to support our warfighter needs and disconnected and disjointed network. Here's the agenda for today, primarily talking about our journey through DevSecOps, DevSecOps pipeline, and some of the lessons learned. We'll provide some overview as to what we actually do and how we are actually doing some of the tactical edge solutions today. At Jasper, our strategy is based on two simple tenets. Mission impact, where we evolve technology from back office function to a core part of our capabilities, and operating at mission speed, where we can quickly take ideas from lab to create competitive solutions. What problems are we trying to solve today? So we primarily focus on U.S. public sector, deliver real solutions to operations team, provide timely security to all of OSI layers, meet DoD and U.S. government compliance requirements, enable developers to move fast, to deliver code at the tactical edge, near zero downtime, enable development first mentality, and support multi-cloud across GovCloud as well as commercial cloud. Our journey to DevSecOps and actionable plan. Pipeline-focused software development and deployment. Enable an application that utilizes artificial intelligence and machine learning at the edge, and security and continuous authority to operate at all times. Automation is everything. So as I'm sure all of you guys are familiar, infrastructure as a code primarily plays a key role in developing and deploying. Policy as a code is something we have adapted to at Jasper, where we actually enforce policies. And a single policy that actually drives anything from on-premise, tactical edge, to any cloud in between that supports the overall requirement. Containerization, Kubernetes, Istios, Rancher, Service Mesh, and AMI are primarily the tools that we utilize for platform deployment and scalability options, and service reliability and monitoring using GitLab, obviously, across regardless of where your application resides, from on-premise to multi-cloud and at tactical edge. So we primarily focus on the problem scenario or a problem statement, understanding government and customer requirements as first and foremost, designing a specific software, using GitLab, and identifying infrastructure components that supports multi-cloud. And obviously that moves into the development and build and unit test. And then you primarily are focused on deploying code to ITSS, production, and monitoring the health. Obviously we do work on a lot of scenarios such as low to high, cross-domain solutions, and currently supporting high to low now to actually support the code moving from different and various classifications of networks. There are many different ways, obviously, as you guys are familiar, primarily to deploy and using containerization approach, as well as Rancher, Istios, Kubernetes. So we focus on the software development as first and foremost, and make the software flexible and enable that tactical edge even without minimal to no network connectivity, and then focus on the infrastructure as the end part of it. Disconnected network and sensors. Application development must support disconnected and minimal network connectivity. This really is primarily the biggest challenge for Tactical Edge today, and it has been for some time. Our team primarily is focused on supporting applications that enable artificial intelligence, machine learning code, cyber code, as well as existing applications at Tactical Edge. And more than oftentimes, there is no network connectivity or minimal network connectivity. So we've tried to focus on building applications that can actually support disjointed or disconnected networks and still maintain and provide the ability to operate key mission sets. Container orchestration, infrastructure provisioners, governors, and enforcements across any cloud. Obviously, containerization is taking a center stage. Infrastructure provisioner is primarily supporting anything from on-prem to multi-cloud, GovCloud or commercial, and government enforcement. Government enforcement plays a key role in how we actually set up the policies across the entire infrastructure, as well as applications. How do we maintain an ATO across any cloud? And to ensure that we provide a continuous ATO to enable government agencies to operate at full speed to mission. Some of the lessons learned that we have done, same code everywhere is the principle and fundamental value that our team carries from the very beginning of when we start actually addressing to the customer needs and the requirements. Automation and policy plays a key role to ensure all code and infrastructure components remains identical. What does that really mean? It's primarily automation and policy that drives pretty much the entire software lifecycle delivery from beginning to the end. Security first mentality, again, I think I have addressed it, that, talking about the continuous ATO. We primarily use NIST, OSCAL, and machine learning processes and overlaid it on top of the GitLab pipeline that primarily addresses to the security first mentality, where we can do checks and balances across continuous fashion while the code is being developed and the code is being deployed, and then build pipeline to fit customer needs, adapt to changes at all times, and identify gaps. What we have learned over the years is there are times that certain tools and certain infrastructure components may not support the requirements that our customer needs. So we are constantly adapting and making changes to ensure that the customer comes first and we deliver what really our customer is asking. And then test and then build. Testing is key components to make sure that anything that we actually deploy on the Tactical Edge, if it's using a tactical field kit or a flyaway kit, then ensuring that we test fully the connectivity to some of the scenarios that may play out in disconnected or disjointed network, and how do we support multiple enclaves and provide the security for a network across all OSI layers is key components. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Any questions or concerns?